Welcome to the Coach's Corner with Coach Matt Turner and the voice of the Buckeyes, Jeff Rash. Hi, I'm Jeff Rash, voice of the Gilmer Buckeyes. Welcome to the Coach's Corner. I'm joined today by none other than the head coach of the Gilmer Buckeyes, Matt Turner. Matt, good to see you again.
Good to see you, Jeff.
All right, by the skin of our teeth, Saturday actually, right?
Yep.
That was good.
Started Friday.
Yeah.
Started Friday night.
And completed.
Went almost all the way to 9:30 Friday night. But it ended up Saturday at 4.
Saturday at 4. So I was out of town. I told you I was in Las Vegas, so I didn't get to see the game. My heart probably couldn't have took the stress from it. But so you and I were catching up a few minutes ago before we went on camera. And I said, what happened? Did we not take them serious? Did we whatever? And your answer was?
You have to give Bullards credit. They played well. They were coached well. They had a good plan. Didn't have any turnovers.
Yeah. They just
They're
played their good football team.
They're a good football team. They've got some good football players, and they played well. And so we played a good team, and we had to fight. The 48 minutes, which is good. You're going to meet that beast at some point. It's good to meet them as many times as you can. It just prepares you on down the road. And our guys did a great job of just staying in there and playing it one play at a time, trusting each other, and we made a lot of big plays, offense, defense, and kicking, which all contributed to the win. But it was a really good high school football game.
Yeah, and you fought from behind all the way through the game. You were saying, 7-0, 14-7, 21-7, and of course you come back 2 touchdowns in the fourth to make the win. And do you feel like when you are faced with those situations, you're right, Bullard, they came in 5-2, now they're 5-3. Lost a real close one early in the season, and again against China Springs, you said, which was a pretty good football team. So they're no slouch. They've got a good football team this year. When you face something like that, where you're down, you're behind, all those, the game got delayed, you've got weather elements, all those kind of things, and you find yourself in that position. Do you feel like that's a good exercise? Like looking back at it during the game, I'm sure it's not, but looking back at that and watching your boys execute and not panic and fight back, is that?
Yeah.
That would be a good thing.
No,
right?
There's no doubt. There's nothing but good. It's a lot of things that are good for us are painful in life.
Yeah, that's true.
We'd all love to be ahead 35-0, but the reality is eventually you're going to meet opponents where that's not the case. And so, how are you going to react? How are you going to play through? Can you stay disciplined and stay in the moment and focus on the task at hand, make the plays? We had to do that, and we made a lot of plays, and because of that, we made the plays down the stretch. It was different, and that was the difference in the ball game. Quite honestly, it's just our ability to stay one play at a time, playing hard, perfect effort, selfless attack, and do it right, do it again, just like Gilmer does. And so it was good to see. We see it all the time because it's part of our off season.
Character of the team.
Yeah, you just saw the heart of the fact that they trusted each other and just stayed right with it.
Reminiscent of the Gladewater game with 1:09 last year. Yeah,
exactly. Same type of scenario.
Yeah.
Yep. You just got to keep playing.
Let me put you on the spot for a minute. So I know that's scary when I say that, right?
Yeah. There you
go. I told you this earlier. If somebody asks me, what's the best thing about the Buckeyes, why do they win, there's a million answers you can give, depending on the context of the conversation.
Right.
But I would always say my favorite thing that we do so great is we make halftime adjustments. Right. Like we come out at halftime, we've got statistics. You guys go in with stats. You're armed with, how many times did they run this direction and throw this pass and this defensive look or this defensive look. And you guys make these incredible adjustments and come back and just – the second half is always the Buckeyes, even if the first half's not. So that would be my first thing. I would say halftime adjustments. But the second thing I would say would be that tenacity, that being professional, not panicking, not getting emotional. Our kids play with very little emotion. It's just do your job and just they execute. They don't get rattled. You don't see the momentum change like you see with a lot of teams. You don't see the wind going out of them. So my question, putting you on the spot, is how do you coach that? How do you get a bunch of 15 to 18-year-olds on the field to be that mature? How do you get them to not panic and fight constantly, and you know, all the crazy stuff you see. If you turn on the television, you see it left and right. How do you do that?
Well, it's a process, and it takes it's time. You know, I mean, it's a program. It's something that, you know, anybody that would be honest with you as an athlete, you know, even the most mature professional athlete would tell you it's a journey, learning how to be a competitor, and part of being a competitor is when you get hit in the nose, how are you going to handle that? You know, how are you going to respond?
Yeah.
You know, it's like life. You know, it's how are you going to respond to things, and so you have to train that. It's a habit, and you do it through off-season work and seasons of competing. And you know, for a kiddo that's been with us since the 7th grade, you know, our seniors did a great job. Our captains did a great job. Well, those guys have played for 6 years, and so they've been through a lot of games where, you know, hey, you got to go, man. You know, they made a play, we made a play. They made a play, we made a play. You just got to make the next play.
It's like they always believe we're going to come out on top of
and
this.
you know, and you know, we believe they're going to do it. You know, as coaches, I always believe the kids are going to do it. I mean, why would you not? I mean, you believe they're going to do it, and so and they do. So, but that it's a much easier thing said than done. It's something that comes over time. Yeah. It has to be, you know, it's taught and it's you know, it's worked at, and it's something it's an all the time thing. It isn't just when the games are being played either. It's in a weight room. It's in on a mat. It's in drills. It's in you know. It's the way you go about things. You know, and so that's the way we go about things. You know.
Well, and it's one of the things that I love about the program, about our athletic program. Any extracurricular activity. I don't care if you're FFA or ROTC or band or whatever. That discipline you have to learn, and the caliber of discipline that they learn in this program, especially in ours. Arguably one of the best programs in the state of Texas, certainly over the last decade or longer, decade and a half. A true legacy program, you know, one of those you read about or they make movies about. It's so cool that it's in our town, you know, that you guys have done such a great job and over the last few years, and we owe a lot to that coaching staff. But it's you said it twice in this interview about it's like life. It's like life. You know, and that's literally, I'm down there enough with you guys coaching and around those boys. That's what's being taught there. I wish everybody could be around that more, because that they're using, you've said it before, you know, and some other films that we've done is, you know, the game is just the tool that you use. What you're doing is you're teaching young men how to, when they graduate, they're going out and becoming successful and learning how, when things get tough, to not give up and all those things. I mean, that's the best part of the program to me. That's why I love to be associated with it.
That's the goal. That's what we aim for. In the football should be teaching life.
Well,
you guys producing a better man.
You got a bunch of good coaches down there that really are passionate about that and have done that well over the years. So
thank you.
Congratulations on that, and congratulations on your win.
Thank you.
And so we're still undefeated. I guess that makes us what? Well, you probably don't care, but it's 25 straight last year and this year. I think that's 25 now.
Yeah, I don't know.
You don't know. You don't keep up.
I don't count.
I
can't count that.
You got a school record going. I don't know if you know that. You probably don't care, but that's a fact. So the rest of us that are sitting in our armchairs, you know, watching the game, that we keep up with that kind of stuff. So that's a really neat deal. Now this coming week, obviously, by the time this is aired, it's going to be past, but we're moving the game to Thursday night to avoid some anticipated weather on Friday night. So it's going to be 7 o'clock on Thursday night at Nevada Community.
Right.
What do we anticipate there on that game?
Well coached. Brian O'Neill's the coach. You know, he just does a good job schematically, offense and defense. They've got several players that are pretty good ball players. You know, they didn't quite. I think some of those guys from last year, you know, played, matured. You know, their talent level wasn't just tremendous last year. It's a little better this year. You know, so you can tell that it's kind of moving in a direction. You can tell he's trying to build a program. So I feel like they're a little better. The most important thing is the Buckeyes got to be better this week. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
We got to be a little better. So, you know, and that's always the goal. That's the same goal we had last week. So we'll try to achieve that. And our guys have had good work. It's been a little different week just because we played Saturday. So You know, we had
Yeah.
to adjust a few things because we normally play on Fridays, but we've gotten good work and a little bit of rest, and we needed both.
Yeah.
And we'll finish up tomorrow with a good practice, and then we'll be ready to go on Thursday at 7 in Nevada.
That's good. It sounds funny, Nevada.
Yeah.
You know, you guys, we got one more regular season game.
Yep.
After that, we got senior night.
That's right.
In our,
It's a home game.
and
senior
a
night.
home game, and so we'll be playing there and against Reigns.
Yep.
And so then, are you already? I assume you're looking ahead at the playoffs and you
Sure.
kind of seeing who you're going to be matched up against
Yep.
or who you feel. You want to talk a little bit about that? Who does it look like
Well,
we're
in
going to be
the,
seeing?
in the in the district that we're matched with, you got Center, Gladewater, Atlanta, and Pleasant Grove right now. And Pleasant Grove's looking right now to be in the 4th spot. So if we're in the 1st, that's a potential matchup there. It's not done yet. As it sits right now, that could happen. But Tatum's still not out of the equation, and you know, and those teams. You know, they haven't settled who's 1st and 2nd, but the 4th spot's looking like it might be Pleasant Grove, maybe. You know, and but there's still some football to be played there too.
Sure.
So anyway, we're familiar with. Of course, we played Pleasant Grove last year.
Right,
Of course,
yeah.
we played Atlanta last year. We played Gladewater last year.
Yeah.
We played Center a few years ago. Barry Bowman, who was at Dangerfield for years, is coaching down there at Center and really doing a great
Yeah.
job.
Yeah. Good program.
Yeah, they're you know they're playing well. So anyway, and are very athletic. So anyway, there'll be plenty of challenges.
So
Any of those 4
it's-
will kind of bring to us.
It's time to start sending out the scouts, right?
Oh yeah, we're eyeballing things and trying to see.
Already
people.
watching, right? Yeah.
Oh yeah,
Good
trying
deal.
to evaluate folks and see.
Good.
So there's
Well,
a little of that.
Congratulations, like I said, once again, and we look forward to another victory, hopefully on Thursday night at 7
right.
o'clock against Nevada Community. So, on behalf of Coach Matt Turner, I'm Jeff Rash. Thanks for watching the Coach's Corner.